Good morning, Western Slope. I'm Bailey Braun, and last week we saw that we had some crazy weather with our storms that happened, but this week we can expect to see more summer-like changes. So we'll have warmer temperatures on the way, as well as afternoon moisture. Now this means that there's potential for afternoon showers, which could take place later on during the week around Wednesday, but we will have more cloud cover in the afternoons. But we are back to that summer season, so we can look forward to that. It's gonna be warm and we need to keep that in mind. So today and tomorrow, we're going to be closer to 100, but later on as this week progresses, we'll be closer to our average high trend line. So we need to make sure that we keep that in mind. Wear your sunscreen, drink your water, and of course, last week we had some flash flood warnings, but this week we might have some high heat advisories. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that. But this warmth that we're going to have is coming up from the south right here. This high pressure is aiding in potential for showers and cloud cover. Like I said, that's that moisture that's coming up from the south, so just keep that in mind. But on our satellite and radar, we already see just a little bit of moisture hanging out in the bottom corner of Colorado, but we'll start to see that later progressively during the week. Now our cloud cover is mostly going to happen around the afternoon to early evening hours. Mostly the higher elevation regions are seeing more of that moisture than we're seeing over here in the drier climate of Grand Junction, but it'll start to clear out during the evening hours and going into tomorrow morning. But tomorrow afternoon, it'll start to pick up again around 4. You can see more of those green and yellow spots. So just keep in mind that even though there might be cloud cover, you still need to wear your sunscreen because UV is very, very strong. Now on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, absolutely beautiful clear skies. There's hardly any clouds. The only clouds that we're seeing are over the mesa right now. We can expect to see that during most of the day until we get into the afternoon. But for right now, 68 is our temperature, so it's a lot cooler in the morning. So if you're gonna go outside and do any hiking or walking or anything like that, make sure you do it in the morning because it does pick up in heat pretty quickly. Now with that in mind, around 10, we're still gonna have those nicer, slightly cooler temperatures at 85, but around noon and after 1, probably until around 4, that's when we're gonna see our peak in temperature. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're planning throughout your day properly. Make sure that you keep in mind that there could be heat advisories, so make sure you pay attention to your notifications. But there's all that red and yellow that I was talking about. This is around noon, so it gets really hot, obviously. Anybody who's new to the area, Grand Junction, it gets very, very hot, and we're in the desert, so make sure that you're being safe. Our high temperature is 98 today, even 103 in Moab, so thankfully we're not that hot, but we're still going to be really warm today. 66 is our low for tonight, but it's going to pick up slightly in temperature tomorrow, hitting that century mark at 100 degrees. Even those higher elevation regions are going to be in the 90s, so just keep that in mind. It's going to be hot everywhere, but on our pollen outlook, grass is high, but mold is moderate with all that rain that we got last week, slight increase in that. But on Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast, today our high again, 98. It'll be slightly warmer tomorrow, and around Wednesday and Thursday, we should have an increase for chances of showers, but for the afternoon, also more cloud cover rolling in. Today our high in Montrose is 91, and then it'll start to warm up again later tomorrow.